Good day viewers, welcome back to my channel, Pino the Teacher. Okay, before I even start on today's lesson, please remember to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment, as well as turning on your notification bell so that each and every time when I post a video, you'll be notified. Okay, our lesson for today is comparisons. We are going to be looking at comparisons, and under comparisons, we are going to look at three types of these. Okay, comparisons, as the name suggests, it means there is we'll be comparing some things. Okay, so the first one that we're going to look at are similes. Okay, with a simile, here we are comparing two things using like or as. Okay, we need to know that. It is very, very important that we know the definition of a simile so that we are able to differentiate it from a metaphor. So this one, we are comparing two things using like or as. You'll see as I give examples, right? So with the simile, we are comparing two things using like or as. For example, one example that we can give is he runs like a horse. He runs like a horse. Here we are comparing the way which he runs to a what? To a horse. So if you check there, we've used the word like. So we are comparing two things. We are comparing the way he runs to how a horse runs. Okay. Then maybe another example that we can give there. We can say, let me just try to squeeze it so that we create some space. Maybe we say she eats like a pig. Here we are comparing the way she eats to the way a pig eats. Okay, she eats like a what? A pig. Right. Remember we said we use like and we also use as. Then maybe let's use as here. We can say she is as cool as a cucumber. She's as cool as a cucumber. Right. We are comparing her cool nature to a cucumber. Okay. So here, if you check the under similes we've used, we are comparing things using like or as. Okay, let's move on to a metaphor. With a metaphor here, we are comparing two things without using like or as. We are comparing two things without using like or as. This is very important for us to know this, that we are comparing two things without using like or as. Okay, we can say, for example, he is a pig. I have compared him to a pig without using like or as. He is a what? A pig. If you check there, I'm actually comparing him to a pig without using like or as. I can say she is a rock. Okay, if I'm comparing the way she is strong to a rock. Okay, but if you check on those two, I've compared I've used comparisons, but I didn't use like or as. Okay, the last one is personification. Here you are given human qualities to non-human things. That's personification. Giving human qualities to non-human things. Okay, for example, you can say the mountains are reaching for the sky. The mountains are reaching for the sky. Here you are just trying to express how tall the mountains are. So you can say the mountains are reaching for the sky. Then we can say another one. You can say the grass whispered storm approached. Right, the grass whispered as the storm approached. Okay, the grass whispered as the storm approached. The grass whispered as the storm approached. Okay, here if you see here, we've given non-human quality, non-human things human qualities. That's more of, that is personification. So here if you look at this, we are actually, there is some comparisons which we are making there. Okay, there are lots of these, but just for our lesson to be very short, I just chose those few. Okay, here we usually use this mostly when we are doing our creative writing, so that it becomes interesting when someone is reading. Sometimes in the exam, it might be used in a reading comprehension, whereby you need to go back. Sometimes they might say to you, go to paragraph 1, look for a metaphor, which has been used there. Go to paragraph 7, look for a simile. Or sometimes they might even ask you to tell us the meaning, or what that simile means, or what that metaphor means, what that personification which is given there mean. Okay, so we need to know all those. Thank you very much for joining me.